Today I'm going to show you how to make a very simple jewelry display organizer out of a chocolate box or some other box like that. You could use cigar boxes, any number of different things. But I'm going to show you, I haven't actually glued these in yet, but I'll show you what I have. And then I'll talk to you about how to do this. It's really simple. It's not very neat right now because I haven't glued it in, but if you're like me and just have, well, I sell jewelry, so I'm always looking for ways to put, different things in here, especially pins or pierced earrings. This is a good one for pierced earrings too, but it'll work for rings as well. So you may see some tutorials using like pieces of foam rollers for your hair, but I didn't have any of those handy, and frankly they're not that inexpensive, so I couldn't justify buying them just for this project. But I did have a bunch of leftover fabric, and this is just some felt from a project I had, I don't know, probably 10 years ago for the kids, for a church function, and I had leftovers, and it's just been sitting down in my craft storage area, so I figured why not put it to use. So what I've done, and I'm going to take this out so you can see, I have my scissors at a big length of fabric, and I just cut these strips out and rolled them up. And I like felt, but you could use something else, So what I'm going to do is use a glue gun. Now, I think you could use something else, but I have tried to glue felt with regular, like Elmer's glue. It did not go well. So a glue gun, make sure you're careful with that. And what I'm actually going to do is go ahead and glue it together so that they stay in a roll, and then glue it into the box. That way it doesn't unroll if it falls over or somebody pulls hard on it, it'll still stay. So I'm going to glue it like this and then glue this piece in here. So I'm going to pause this and I'll be right back and show you what that looks like. Okay, so I did the first one, and I just wanted to show you that I left a little lip here where it's glued underneath, and the reason I want to do that is that I will continue to glue lip after lip after lip so that when someone puts a ring in here, it's not going to hit the hard cardboard, it's going to hit the felt. And that'll, I doubt that it would scratch it or damage it in any way, but it's a softer bottom for it. So that's the way I'm doing it. I think it'll also keep it a little more stable so that it won't all pull off. In case one of them comes a little loose, it'll basically still be intact. Also, as I'm going, because some of these aren't exactly cut perfect, I'm just trimming the edges to make sure that they fit nice and neat in here so that if I wanted to, I can put the lid back on the box and everything will fit inside. This makes it very nice for traveling. I've done these with little Altoid tins. When you're traveling and you want to be able to take your wedding ring off or whatever piece of jewelry that you're wearing, you don't want to lose it. It's a nice little container to keep in your luggage when you're traveling. But this is obviously bigger, so I'm going to be right back after I do a few, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I am almost to the very bottom, and I just wanted to show you some of these steps. I'm about to glue underneath here just to hold it down. So I'm going to do that right now. And because this is a pretty hot glue gun, I use the tip of the glue gun just to push it down so I don't touch it. It does hurt a little bit. I mean, I burn myself quite a bit. So it's not too bad, but still. And again, we're just rolling these up as we go, and then I glue it into a little tube before I glue it into the box. As you can see from this one, it's a little bit wider on the end. You can see how that rolled up. So when I put this in here, see how it's just a little bit over there? I didn't cut it very neat. I didn't use my rotary cutters because it was craft fabric and it was all cut weird anyway, so I couldn't get a straight line. I had to kind of cut it as I went. And I also just kind of rolled up a few pieces to see the length that I needed. I knew the width, but as you roll it, the thickness would affect how long the fabric would actually need to be. So now you see that sits in there very nice. So before I glue it in, I'm just going to angle this down so you can see it. I am just gluing here and then rolling gently so you don't burn yourself. And then, since this is already kind of stuck down, I do one little line here and a little bit here and simply place that right in here. And then I have room for 2 more or thereabouts. I have 2 more pieces of fabric and I will roll those up, and the last one I'll just tuck in. If you wanted, you could also glue along the sides. I'm not going to because I got them in there pretty good. But if you wanted to just make sure that they're secure along the edge, wouldn't be a bad thing. I'm sure you could probably get the glue gun in there, but then you're going to have glue everywhere. It's not going to be, you'll be able to see these little stringy things unless you cut them away really good. Okay, so I got it all done, and I think it worked out really well. And you can see they kind of stay in there pretty good, actually. I'm very happy about this. I just had a few rings to stick in here. I will put probably pins or earrings in here too. Cuff links, this would be good. Anything that you just kind of want to keep them together, but you can't really hook them. Like some of the displays for pierced earrings or hook earrings are easy because you can just slide them through, but with anything that has a back, you're going to need to stick it somewhere else so it doesn't roll all over the place. And then you can still put the box on, the top on the box, if you don't make the little coils too big. And then you have a little camouflage jewelry box, which is kind of fun. But it's practical for me because then when I'm moving products around, I can keep them secure and not have to worry about it. And I don't have to buy anything. Everything has been repurposed or leftovers from another project, with the exception, obviously, of the glue in the glue gun. So I hope this is a fun project for you guys to do, and you can do this with other fabric too, like a velour fabric. If you have some old pajamas that you don't want anymore that are not good enough to be given away, but you can cut the fabric up, this would be good for that too. Anything that's gonna bend easily but will be able to be rolled as well. So I hope you enjoy, and if you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comment box.